The federal government on Friday inched closer to concluding the divestments of 26 oil blocks from international oil companies, IOCs, to wholly Nigerian entities with a deadline of closing the deals in August. The sale of the onshore assets could be concluded even earlier if both the buyers and sellers show sufficient proof about their solvency, technical capacity, and accept any of the two options provided that they are consent by the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission at a dialogue workshop in Abuja. This was actually highlighted. We have a report on this.
Time since the international oil companies IOCs agreed to divest from Nigeria and transfer their onshore assets to local entities, industry regulator, the Nigerian Upstream Petroleum Regulatory Commission (NIPRC) brings both buyers and sellers face to face in the same room. The aim is to fine-tune the divestment processes, ensuring it's a win-win situation for all.
And you all will agree with me that nothing is more important to us in the industry now than this exercise. We are all in the industry concerned about ramping up production and turning around the fortune of the industry. On
offer is a total of 26 oil blocks with a total reserve of 8.211 million barrels of oil. On Friday, NIPRC inched closer to conclude the deals with two mutually exclusive options to the entities. If accepted, approval could be granted by August or even earlier in June.
By harnessing the collective expertise, resources, and aspirations of all stakeholders, we can unlock the full potentials of our assets and create lasting value for generations to come.
The first option leaves the liabilities with the seller on the condition that NIPRC can release the liabilities when it is able to conclude its investigation based on submitted documents. The other option comes with a much longer wait of 3 months, pending when the regulator is able to identify and assign all liabilities to a capable party.
But we all recognize that we have some liabilities that the Commission is concerned with, because when you look at places where end-of-life assets have been an issue, when you read the stories, they are not very nice. So we see that, for instance, in Australia, the government has had to use taxpayers' money to remedy and to do decommissioning and abandonment. I really don't want that for Nigeria.
To arrive here, NIPRC had earlier come up with 7 standing guidelines that include a proof of solvency and technical capacity of both the buyer and the seller. The two must, however, first sign an undertaking to meet the financial obligations required, an arrangement put in place to free Nigeria from any liabilities should any of the parties default. The Nigerian Extractive Industry Transparency Initiative (NIETI), the body established by law to promote transparency and accountability in the management of Nigeria's oil, gas, and mining revenues, aligns itself with NIPRC, especially as it relates to who takes responsibility for the liabilities.
The issue of liability is very, very key. Who takes responsibility? In the past, it was heaped on the federal government that compounds already worsening situation. But we now see a very clear guideline that NIPRC has issued. NIETI aligns with that guideline. We have also seen the options clearly defined. The options are very available and they are all attainable. So I think this is the fundamental step to start. We are watching this very closely and very, very defined interest because...
Except for Mobile, that is currently constrained by injunction to speak on the deal, all others, including the local operators, look pretty much excited with the progress made so far by NIPRC and are willing to play by the rules. Omo Bazwai, Arise News.